This video is sponsored in part by Raid Shadow Legends. Man, this year is definitely Samsung's year, man. They got the S20 coming up, the S20, the S20 Plus, and the big boy, the big daddy, the S20 Ultra. And you best bet that I am going to get the S20 Ultra the day it comes out. Even though I'll be eating ramen noodles for the rest of the month. But I don't know, it's definitely worth it if you ask me. But now I'm also kind of considering on getting the Galaxy Z Flip because, I mean, let's talk about it. First of all, I'm kind of shocked that Samsung isn't really pushing out their foldables more than they kind of already are, considering that the Samsung foldable phones, if compared to the competition, are the best. I mean, take a look at the Razr phone. Oh my God, like, no, that's not happening. The Razr phone is so under everything compared to what Samsung is doing. Unfortunately, the Z Flip is going to be an AT&T exclusive, a timed exclusive, so that will obviously hinder the sales. You know, if compared to being a world release, kind of like for all carriers, unlocked everything. So it's obviously going to hinder sales, but I can understand why Samsung is doing it because, you know, it's not really their flagship like the S20 is. So I can understand it, but I don't know. I guess I'm just salty because I don't have AT&T, so I have to wait until the unlocked version comes out to be able to purchase it. That sucks, man. But can we just appreciate how good this phone looks? I mean, come on, this thing is a total flex. Cause, you know, get it? Cause if flex, I'm done. Now this phone is gonna be announced this month, so probably in like less than 2 weeks, probably a week and a half. Which is less than 2 weeks. I don't know why I even had to say that. But then we might actually see a Galaxy Fold 2 kind of announcement with a future release day. I'm kind of really curious to see what the Galaxy Fold 2 is going to look like compared to the Galaxy Fold 1, because as you guys remember, the Galaxy Fold 1 didn't exactly have the best start because of that screen issue. But Samsung did fix it, but now I'm just really curious to see what the Galaxy Fold 2 is going to look like. So the Galaxy Z Flip is still a foldable phone, but it's not like the flagship foldable phone from Samsung. That would be the Galaxy Fold. So the Z Flip is like the S10e of all the phones from foldable phones. So the Z Flip is going to be $1,400, but with tax, with everything out the door, it's going to be closer to a little over $1,500. That's pretty expensive. But I mean, you know, for what you get, for the specs that are going to be inside it, it's not really that bad. I mean, again, compared to the Razr phone with its specs and its cameras, like it doesn't even have OIS for on the Razr phone. There's no OIS. There's one camera on the rear. I mean, and that's even more expensive. What is Motorola thinking? So yeah, again, I'm getting the Galaxy S20 Ultra, which is $1,300, $1,400. Still kind of unsure on what the pricing is going to be for sure. Then I'm getting the Galaxy Z Flip, so I'm looking to spend close or over $3,000 in the next month and a half. So that's fine. Ramen noodles all day. So if you guys want me to review these phones, you know, I can't obviously do this without channel sponsors, and the sponsor of today's video is Raid Shadow Legends. By the way, click the link in the description. It's a free game. Just download it. What do you got to lose? Raid Shadow Legends isn't like your average RPG game. Not all RPG games must be cartoony with candy and bright colors. If you're sick of that, Raid Shadow Legends is going to be your go-to. What I like about the game is how addicting it is, honestly. I mean, take a look at the screen time. Does this look normal? No, I never play games that much, but with this game, it just sucked me in. It's so addicting because of how simple and easy it is to play. And for me, most importantly, it's really, like I said, self-explanatory. I hate RPG games and they have like 50,000 icons on the screen. You got to update this. You got to go here to do that. You got to go there to do that. With Raid Shadow Legends, everything, like I said, is self-explanatory. You don't really need to learn how to play the game. You just pick it up and play it. You can do PvP battles along with an in-depth storyline, which actually is comparable to an RPG game on PCs or consoles. The fighting mechanics, the upgrade system, and the champions in the game are highly detailed with amazing graphics and insane action. You can play Raid on both your mobile and your desktop, and you can actually switch between them because you only have one account. So let's say you're playing on your mobile, right? And you get home, you want to play on your computer. All you gotta do is just log in, boom, you got that same account, so you can switch back and forth between mobile and computer. You could find me in the game by looking up Mark's Tech, and if you're quick enough, you can join my clan. Like I said, it's a free game. Download it. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description for you to get the 50,000 silver and a free champion as part of the new player program. Good luck, and I'll see you there. So let's talk about the specs of the Z Fold. Obviously, it's going to come out with the One UI 2.0 Android 10. It's going to have the Snapdragon 855 Plus, which is just an overclocked 855. It's going to have 256 gigs of storage and 8 gigabytes of RAM, which, to be honest, I think is enough. I mean, really, I genuinely think this is enough. My S10 that I have in my pocket has 8 gigs of RAM, and it's perfect. I don't really ever see an issue. I mean, obviously, if you have like 30 apps open and you're switching between them, I mean, yeah, you're going to have some reloads, but like, come on. For average people, 8 gigs of RAM, even in 2020, for a flip phone, is going to be good enough. Again, this is not their flagship. Keep this in mind. If you want the most best up-to-date specs, Snapdragon 865, 12 gigs of RAM, or 16 gigs of RAM, wait for the Galaxy Fold 2. More than likely, it's going to have 16 gigs of RAM, Snapdragon 865, all the good stuff. It's gonna be expensive, so it's up to you. The Z Flip will also have a 3,300 mAh battery, which again is better than the Razr phone, but it has a 6.7 inch display. This phone has a 4,100 mAh battery and a 6.5 inch display, if I'm correct. This thing lasts me about 6 to 7 hours, the S10 Plus. So I'm really kind of, because you know, an 800 mAh battery difference on a display that's bigger, that's quite a bit of a decent difference for the battery life. So I'm kind of worried on how the battery is going to be lasting. But it does come with a 15-watt fast charger, and 15 watts of a fast charge for a battery that's 3,300 milliamps. That's fast. But I don't know. I mean, the battery might be good. I don't know. I haven't used it. But when I do get it, I'm definitely going to be doing battery tests, speed tests, camera comparisons, all that good stuff. So if you guys want, subscribe. For cameras, we are looking at 12 megapixel wide, 12 megapixel ultra wide, and videos up to 4K 60. And you also got HDR 10 plus. The selfie camera is going to be a 10 megapixel camera, but it is still capable of HDR, and it is still capable of doing 4K 30, which, I mean, let's be honest, for me, that's enough. I don't know about you guys, but like, I don't know, if you're a TikTok fan and I don't know, you want to grow on TikTok, yeah, that might not be the best option. You might want to go with the flagship Galaxies or iPhone or whatever. But I mean, honestly, 4K 30, that's good enough. Now, the fingerprint sensor is going to be embedded on the side, so I assume it's going to be in the power button like the S10e. That's fine. I mean, I use Face Unlock anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. So yeah, I think having it in the power button is pretty good. At least it's going to be more consistent than having it on screen and missing a lot. So Max Weinbach actually gave us some awesome insight on how this camera application is going to work with the Z Flip. So when you have the phone open completely, the camera application is going to take up the entirety of the screen. But if you open it up 90 degrees and use the bottom half as a tripod to put on the table, the camera application is going to take up the portion of the screen that is not on the table. And since this hinge mechanism leaves off wherever you put the phone, you can actually angle it upward and maybe take some cool astrophotography shots with the dedicated night mode. That's genius. I mean, that's honestly a really cool feature. You can actually put the phone on the table, angle it to your face, and maybe do some video calls that way. Again, you have a phone with a built-in tripod. That's pretty sick. The front of the phone, the part that's closed, so it'll have a little 1-inch kind of screen on it. And this is the part where I think the Razr phone kind of did it best, because the Razr phone, the screen that's on the outside top portion of the phone, I don't know, this thing, it's actually interactive. So you can actually hold down on the notifications and you'll get a little pop-up on that small screen, giving you some more information on that notification. That's pretty cool. The Z Flip, on the other hand, will have like a little super small 1-inch screen, and it'll just give you the basics like time, the battery life of the phone, stuff like that. So that part is not that really exciting, but yeah, that's pretty much what you have. So what do you guys think about foldable phones? I personally think that we are still kind of far away from perfecting it, which, I mean, come on, yeah, it makes sense. They only really came out like last year. So whenever some company figures out how to make the flip phones not have plastic screens, I think that'll be kind of better, because at the moment, foldable phones are very, very gentle, very kind of, I mean, again, oh my God, look at the Razr phone. It just, that doesn't look good. If I had a phone and it did that, I would return it. Like, that's not good at all. So at the moment, I think foldable phones are kind of a luxury item, especially, you know, the price that you get. At least Samsung is putting in good specs into the phone to help with that price. You know, yeah, the Snapdragon 855 Plus isn't the best of the best right now, but I mean, come on. Like I said, if you want a Snapdragon 865 with 16 gigs of RAM or 12 gigs of RAM, whatever, yeah, wait for the Galaxy Fold 2, but it's going to be expensive. If you kind of want just still good specs and you want a foldable phone, definitely get the Z Flip over the Razr. I mean, that is like obvious. There's no point that you should get the Z Flip, that you should get the Razr phone over the Z Flip. Not happening. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comment section below. What do you guys think about foldable phones? If you guys are considering getting the Z Flip or the Razr, don't get the Razr. Let me know in the comment section below which one you prefer and why. So that's it, guys. That was my little video on the Z Flip. I can't wait to get it personally. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.